Good morning, everybody. We're here. We're with my brother, the one and only Bamazi Talle, the one, the Grandmaster from Togo. My brother, first and foremost, thank you for inviting me to Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for introducing me to the excellent, the amazing body of work that you've shown me this weekend. My brother, please tell us, who is Bamazi Talle?
Good morning, my good friend, my good brother. And thank you very much also to taking your time and traveling from New York to here to see us. We're not the greatest, but you see us as your brother, your brothers, your sisters, and you decide to come and visit us. And we praise all our ancestors so they bring you safe and they will take you back safe. My name is Bamazi Talle, born and raised in Togo, West Africa, and now I reside in the United States, especially in Columbus, but I've been here almost 30 years, artist, and that's what I do, and this is Talle, Bamazi.
The amazing Bamazi Talle, better known as the man with the flying calabash.
Yes.
Please tell us, for those that don't know, what is a calabash? What is the significance of the calabash?
The calabash, this is a fruit family of a gourd, and that's the one that I'm holding. And the calabash is the first discovery of humankind, beginning before we begin to develop our minds. So we was drinking water with the hand and then leaves, and then immediately we decide to take this pole from earth, and it become dishes first, and that's where we hold our food to bring our ground, and we put our food, everything inside, and God will put water. So those that we started, that's what we discover first as human beings before anything comes out. And that's the calabash. And that's what I value most, because a lot of people had let that go, but I decided to keep memory of our ancestors, the first thing that they've been taught as in a true divine, to discover. So, and that's why I hold in high esteem and trying to make sure everybody is aware of it. It's natural, nothing chemicals. It's very natural from earth. God has sent us to us, and I think that's what and I drink wine inside. So anybody who really are not familiar, they can contact you, and they got a calabash. And there's a big one. That's the big one.
we got multiple sizes of the
calabash.
calabash.
We got multiple sizes. So yes.
Some might say, they should say, you've been ahead of your times, because now we see on the continent of Africa a lot of countries and global leaders welcome other dignitaries with a calabash.
Yes.
So you've been ahead of your time. Basically, you've been trying to tell Africa all along that we have this thing here, and we should recognize it and share it with the world.
Yes.
So do you think by now, at least every African country, right, instead of also just offering a calabash to the dignitaries, I think they should have a Bamazi Talle painting on their wall in all of their buildings?
Yes. I think, like you said, how I feel, and I'm not ahead of my time. It just, maybe I was chosen like everyone to, everybody, God chose one of us to come up with something. Like now, God chose someone to, create the telephone and the machine. He chose the people, and I think I can say humbly, I can say thank you for him allowed me to to share with the world the things that He wants us to have from the beginning. And so I will not take that for granted. So, but I will only thank God that He chose me to be able to show with the world. Coming to I will want everyone to, because another thing is a lot of people may not understand about my work, right? If you put in a right light and you look into it, not only in that you see the water. So it's a two element inside. The
Tell
water
us about that. Okay.
and the shadow.
Okay.
So now you will see all the calabash. Look all of them, right? They have only one shadow and one color.
Right.
So that means we are one. Our soul is one color. And that's what we are all as human. So here, not only it teaches spiritually, it teaches you who we are from the beginning. It brings us one person from the beginning, because the one that God taught from beginning, after war we become diversity, immigrant, getting places, skin change, white, black, whatever it may be, but it starts with one person. And if you look at not only spiritual, or if you go scientifically also, it proves, there's so many things in this body of work, in this painting, that people just think, oh, it's a calabash. What is it? No, don't look at that. Just sit down. Just sit down, quiet place. I swear, you will travel. You'll be like, by the time you come back, you will not let this painting go away, because it will always give you the solution. So this one take you back home from the beginning. If you look carefully, because the water is there, and you relate to that painting. Because this painting, you may think it's flat, you may think it's just painting. No, it's just another way of you there, because your body is a 75% of water. Right. And that water in that calabash inviting you now to embrace and communicate with it. So this is not just average painting. For you to communicate, go back home. If you really want to be a spiritual person, that's painting you need to have in your house. And so you can communicate that. It's not just people who begin to collect because they understood. They came, they have experience, and when they have in their house, they say, oh, darling, I can't leave the house without painting. I mean, it's like I can carry that everywhere, because they begin to communicate together.
Right. They become one and the same.
Yeah, the same. Because what is there, and what is you? So, and this is like spiritually is there, the vibration, the energy.
Right.
You may never have one of my painting, and your house is still soft. No. It have to have vibrant energy, strong energy, positive energy.
Right.
And that's what brings my painting in any house. And every day we communicate.
Transfer positive energy through the work.
To the world.
Wow, that is profound. That's a profound statement. So, so the calabash to you is a sacred vessel.
Because if it wasn't secret, God would never reveal that to us from the beginning.
Very true.
And so our ancestors back home where I came from, most of the time, for us to communicate with the ancestors, that's where we carry water and do the libation with them and call them, because that's the only thing they know. They never know glasses, they never know anything. Right. That's the things they know. So for us to call them is this.
So when you started working with the calabash and you started painting in the calabash, right?
Yeah.
Did you from then understood it to be a spiritual message that you're carrying forward through your work?
From childhood, I was a spiritual child.
So define that to us. What in your opinion, right? Because there's a lot of discourse in the world today, like, spirituality versus religion, spirituality versus universal teaching. What in your mind, what is African spirituality?
African spirituality is, we understood a long time ago long time before anyone, that the ancestor is here. We understood that when ancestors leave this body, because this is the body though. A lot of people said, "Oh, I know Alfonso." Nobody would know Alfonso. No, even your own mothers, your own father, they would not know Alfonso. They know of Alfonso. They know Alfonso body. That's why you say, "That's my body. That's my face." You never say, "This is Alfonso." No, this is my body. So who then is you? So it's somebody that we never recognize. We only recognize Alfonso face. We also Alfonso body. We say, "This is my face. This is my eyes." But the true Alfonso, the name they give Alfonso, the soul,
right,
will never be recognized. And that's why it's there. And the day you will get up from this world, the shadow will not be there. The only shadow disappear when it's dark, because then it's dark. Because it's dark. When it's dark, there's nothing shine. But yet the shadow is there though. It's not like it's not. It's just dark at that moment. When light comes, the shadow appear.
Right.
We all know that I'm here.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So yeah, from childhood, I live in the city, but every time I go to the village, they answer. My grandfather was, "Oh, this boy is here back," because I correct them. I never live in the village, but when I go, they do wrong thing. I say, no. But they wondering how I knew it, because I never stayed.
And you live in the city.
I
so
live in the city.
How
How? But as I said, I'm here, but yeah, physically here, but spiritually, I never be here. I'm back home all the time in my village. Every night I'm there.
you
I
keep
come back.
a deep connection.
Yes.
Intertwined.
Yeah, twine. So it's there. So I understand that's the African spirituality. That's it. Spirituality is when you understand, you begin to know yourself. You begin to understand, and you have sometimes there's a gift, and sometimes also it's an initiation. Sometimes they show you things, but me, it happened that divine speak to me directly. It began from childhood until now.
Wow. So the connection, the bond you have with the divine, connected to your birthplace,
Yes,
in Africa,
in Africa.
and how you expand it now to your work, you consider that to be a continuation of your spirituality throughout the world?
Yes, indeed. And as I always predict things, and it happens. I will say this, and people will be like, "Oh," and then later on, it will happen. I predict I have some painting that you'll be surprised. I told the world that one day the Africa will put a footstep on French. Nobody believed me. At that moment, nobody have a bold to speak.
Right.
10 years ago.
Right.
But I see that, and I did a painting that very, very dramatic. I mean, it's like, no way, it's taboo. But I've been showing that in all of a museum here.
Right.
Because people here more freedom. They understood the power of being a free man and treating being right. And so I did that. Now, 10 years later,
we start to see it now.
We start to see it now.
We start to see the world. Africa's rising.
Yes,
Africa's
rising.
She's waking up again. Her people are
Who
realizing.
Who will tell us today? Dignitary of Africa will give the other dignitary hosted Calabash to drink.
Right.
Now it's that.
Not looking for the fancy china or the fancy
and
glasses.
flowers. No.
A
It's
calabash of the land.
Water.
Right. This is of the land.
And the color. And that's it. That's two things.
Wow.
And that's what we used to do. But now it's like they coming back. Everybody coming back. I don't think a lot of people is aware of the work I do also. Dignitary maybe. And so now it's like internet. Hopefully each one will have that in their offices.
And now we're going to take a step deeper, because apart from the flying calabash, the amazing flying calabash body of work, I know you've worked through a lot of different things. You know, you and I spoke privately about your family and your transition and your inspiration behind your work. Can you tell our audience, you know, what got you to this space?
It's been 6 years. In May, it's going to be 6 years that I lost my first son. When you look at my previous work, the calabash was on the floor.
Right.
Each of them, the calabash was there, but it wasn't this deeper. It wasn't this spiritually thing that you see. It was there. It was there. But 6 years ago, I lost my son, and from that, one day I sit down in my studio, wondering what I did wrong, and lost my child. And he appeared vividly, and we spoke. And when he was leaving, he became dove. And from dove, I see the calabash. And then that's it. And then I just take a paint and I start painting. And that first painting, the Columbus Museum got that one. Yeah, that's how it started. And just like flying calabash. Okay. And then later on, he began to speak to me. That I'm here. And each time he traveled, as you and I, we may be in this room. We think we far away from each other. No, but you wanna same energy, your energy. You have your own energy right there. I'm in a moment, but at the same time, we are on the same bond of energy.
Right.
So you see this, sometimes you see yourself in good mood, in the rose, and whatever you may think. You wanna each time you're on a different energy, and that's why you see the calabash. And this calabash is in the different energies that you may also find yourself into it. Somebody will come and say, "Oh, I love this color. This is my color," and I call that where. That means that's where your soul dwells. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how you see these calabashes in different colors and different shapes, and yes, the shadow still is the same color, because the soul is only one color. That means so. And in a few years ago, when we they first discovered the tiny, the horoscope found the tiny things, which was war, where we all live, when we think it's large, but then for that tiny, we all there, That's what we call war. But yeah, you see that?
So from tragedy,
yes,
when losing your son, may he rest in power, you were inspired to take the calabash from the floor to the air.
Yes.
So you were taking your life from one space to another space. How has that affected your career? Did you see a shift in your work, in sales, in viewings, exhibitions? Did you see a change from that moment to today?
Yeah, a lot of change. I used to be a very, very not angry man. I can get upset easily, but I didn't understand. I didn't understand then. The life was different, but now it's like, hey, now I understand that I don't have to fight, because in the moment,
Right.
but tomorrow you can, hey, they say Talle is gone. That's it.
Right.
Because he was with me in a minute, and 2 hours later, he's gone. It's not like he was sick.
Right.
So from there I was like, what is life? What is that? So
the fragility of life.
Yeah,
how fragile
it's
the
fragile.
moment this is.
And now look at this painting. What you see? You see? This will fall down.
Right.
Can fall down in a minute. Right
Any
now.
point.
Any point.
Right.
And the same, anyone do. But people will think, oh, I'll fall different. No. We're not going to go with a story of Aristotle and Galilei. Aristotle said, all elements can fall down. Only paper will not fall down at the same time as other element if it's heavy. So for 1,000 years, everybody believed in Aristotle. But Galilei studies, no, it's not true. The only way paper will not come down is when paper is wider. But when you put that structure like that, and you put that, all of them
crumple it up, it will still come down.
Come down same
the
time.
mass of it.
The mass of it. But Aristotle taught, and nobody would dare challenge it.
Contradicting, right?
No, he said no. It's because you're not falling down at the same time, because it's air, then you condition, the paper is conditioned with the air, so it's not going to fall down easily. You see, but when it's not there, it's compound is there. Same paper that wasn't coming down was coming down when Galilei. So you see, and the same thing in my work.
Environment, circumstances, the frequency, the vibration,
Everything,
all affects everything.
Everything, scientifically, mathematically, spiritually, this art of my work have everything.
So
I can right now show you proof of mathematically the equation of things that happen right here.
Please show us.
Okay, for instance, right? This is what that when you fall in that, what is that?
Right.
So if we put this line,
Right.
and we put this line right here, right?
Right.
We have a circle. That one will come down here.
Right.
We have that right now. All of it's a circle, but yet there's all rectangle, circle. Triangle. All of them are this piece.
Correct.
But also have this column from up down coming down.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So if this is another way, is maybe higher and down. But when we say higher, did you see any limitation of higher? Of the things. That's a wall.
Right.
That's right next wall. That's earth.
Right.
Wall, earth. But this is a limited. You don't know where the east, where the west, but it's just there.
It's perspective.
Perspective. It's
Right.
there.
Right.
And the same thing in my art.
Huh.
So, and if you go now, you go back also, let me say, okay, that's the same thing. It's water now. It's water here.
Right.
So we talk about water. What is water?
Life.
Life. The spirit. We'll go to spiritually now. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah. So physically, we go to how they call it, gravity.
Okay.
So you see the gravity right here, right?
Uh-huh.
The gravity right here. So we go to physics. Mathematically, we show that really. But although spiritually, we go water now. So that means we are 75% of water. It's there. We calling us. And that is the phase. It's nature. It's there. So we all our body is nature. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So everything is here.
So within the body of work, you're showing all the different elements that represent who we are in this dimension.
In this dimension. It's there.
So would you be able to say, is it fair for me to say that I could represent the calabash in the work, that the calabash is a representation of who I am?
You are earth.
Okay.
You are earth. Because you see, this is another thing also a lot of people don't understand. So the first contract when you weren't born,
Right.
you signed a contract with Earth, which is this one. He said, okay, hey, listen, man, you're gonna pay me back. You get it. I give you everything.
Right.
You pay back.
Right.
Whenever I caught you, it doesn't matter. You on a plane, you on a whatever. You reach, you pull. Anytime I come for my death, you're gonna give me. You're gonna go.
Right.
And that's why death is a very, very. You have no idea how much I love death, because he's the one who come in and he's power man. He thinks it doesn't matter.
That's what he wants to do when he wants to do it.
It doesn't matter. You're president, you're king, you what. When time comes, they say, hey, listen, man, you're gonna pay me my death. You gotta go.
No discrimination.
No discrimination.
You call in whenever you're ready.
And whatever you are. So, and that's how you have to be more humble. And that's what I'm saying. When people begin to understand my work, they'll be more attracted to the work. But first, when they see it, they'll pass by because they never knew and they don't understand. But when they get a little time, just sit down. They don't need me though. Just ask question. When you ask question, without even me, you get answers.
So I have a question for you. You can sit back down.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So for we showed your lovely work at AfriKin last year, and we look forward to showing more because my goal is to sell these calabashes and to get a calabash in my home now even more. I need a calabash, and understanding the depth of it and the level of energy, I need this energy in my home. So I'm working to get me a calabash in my collection. But in addition to that, so AfriKin 2025, the theme is through creation we find meaning. That is the concept. By creating, we get to express who we are in our contribution to being here on this earth right now.
And this is whatever you're doing to see. So I really answer your questions.
This is what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So the things that you said is very much aligned with where we are. So the whole energy of all these calabashes around me, and I can feel them. So what would you like to tell people when you hear that through creation we find meaning? When somebody hears that, what would you like them to hear from Bamazi and the Flying Calabash? Would you be your message to the world today?
Be part of a Talle collection.
Get a Talle work in your
Be
collection.
part of a Talle collection. Then you will understand more. Then you will understand more what the meaning of creativity and what creativity will do with your mind and your whole body. Because some people think like it's a gift. It's like I said, I'm not gonna take that on me because who am I? I get that gift. It was a gift to me. I didn't buy it. This is not school. School, yes, we went, graduated, we have things, but this is another level of creativity. So with creativity, like I said, I get that gift. That gift alone helped me to overcome my pain. Because without that, I would never wish anyone what happened to me with my son, the death. Because he didn't die just like that. He was castrated in his car. He was burned. So I didn't even get a chance to clothe him. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so it's like, okay, I don't wish to, if my own enemy. So through that, I was able, and not by my power, but also he helped me to understand, because most of the people never come out. They're done. So it's like, who wanna lose his own child? So when you do that, when it happened to you, you have to be blessed to overcome and be able to share and also help others to say it's okay.
Wow.
You lost someone, it's okay. You lost someone, it's okay. You lost this, it's okay. It's okay to lose because it's a part of life.
Wow.
It's okay. You have to say it's okay.
But we understand that because we can't change it.
No,
so it has to be okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
But how do you continue the journey? How do you pick up the pieces and fight through the pain? Because the pain is still there.
No, the pain is not there. The memory.
Okay.
You sometimes I cry though. Sometimes I see as a friend come because I got in my neighborhood I got kids. All his friends, they might charge children. So, because when they was there, my children would go bring anyone they find anywhere, just bring home. And when they bring their aunt there, their school could give everyone. So they all call me Dad. So when they come, hey Dad, how are you? And so soon as memory and May 26th, they will come. We go to where he died, and then we put it. So it's like it's not like I don't feel, man. But it's not fighting, but God gave me that strength. So I see him. Now I see him through my painting.
In the work. So each calabash you create, you get to relive him.
Yeah, so I can relive. So anyone who also lost loved one, you can see his loved one here and everywhere they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So so it's fair to say that he is the flying calabash.
Yes, yes, indeed. And anyone who's in my shoes will ever lost someone also, and we all lost people. So now, it may be materials or physical or people. It's the same thing, you know. So they here. It's okay. It's okay. Just smile and she says it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we think about it and cry. It's all right. It's part of life. But continue. Don't stop.
Keep pressing forward.
Yes.
Keep the journey going.
Keep the journey going.
Wow, that's powerful. I know we spent a lot of time talking about the flying calabash, but your body of work goes beyond that. I've seen some behind the scenes I didn't even know you do. Like, I need to talk to you for like a whole week or a whole month because you have so much other work that you invested in, that you've done. But I need people to, I'm not even going to get into those today because they're so powerful. I need to give them some more, but I want to stay on the calabash a little longer.
Okay.
Tell us about the process of your work. So you work on linen. I see you got some linen here in the calabash.
Yes.
Tell us some more about that.
Linen is a very powerful canvas and a strong and will last for thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Okay.
And old masters used to paint upon. I don't buy prime or finish preparing and buy. No, everything is from scratch. So from here, it's gonna be on stretcher and then a rabbit glue, and then start the process. So it's a very, very long process.
So you chose linen as your canvas. Why linen?
Linen because linen is a very strong canvas. It's not gonna destroy anyhow. And then guess what? I have way I prepare my canvas that if it's winter, my linen will not. It will stay consistent. If it's I did the way that in the winter it will be there, in the summer it will be there. No change because I did it something behind.
You have a treatment.
Our treatment that it will stay consistent even though. So if you're only going to just take water and then go back.
So in your process, you're saying your process goes beyond the elements.
No, you go beyond there. It's now I don't do like other artists, you know. So because I study New York Academy, and that's what I graduated with my master's. But I studied that, and then after that, I was first introduced by my uncle, my big brother, who studied in Russia.
Hold on one second, because you said that very lightly. So you have an MFA. You just said it with your masters.
Yeah, I graduated from New York Academy.
Oh, so you see, he just tried to toss that to the side, like, yeah, I just graduated from New York Academy. So
yeah, I got my MFA. I was my painting was the first. I was graduate. My masterpiece was the first, and I got a Dashi Museum prize.
So
I studied.
You're a grandmaster that have your masters that's doing masterful work. So the level of humility in my brother, I appreciate the humility because you know this is the excellence. So now, you put so much, you invest so much,
yes, indeed,
in your work.
Yes.
From your studies, your craft, your studies, your travels, even into the ingredients in your work. When I look at your work have so many layers. You can see the texture in the work.
Yeah. Tell
us what goes into your work. How long is the process of your work?
It's energies that I put in. So in each painting, there's a lot of energy. Into this wall, okay, we sit down in this room, right? You see the light bulb. Right. You see this one. You see this one. There's a lot of things involved in the environment or surrounding you are.
Right.
And in my canvas, there's also surroundings, you know, that is there, and there's energies is there. And so when you look at it, you find yourself into it, like you was in the air, you know. If even though in the air, there's anything there, but when plane go, boop, 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 there's a so it's same
So
thing.
there's something there.
Something there that the naked eyes will not see.
Right.
So it's like that's what I told you. My work is not just what everybody think.
Right.
It's different. It's beyond, unless those that is initiated and those that has a third eye begin to come, sit down, and see other things. But average eyes, yes, as you see breathing color is all right. That's what you will see. But if you understand, you are very serious to understand the craft of one of the artists, who also is a mysterious artist, mystery and cultural, then yes, you'll sit down and you'll be embarked on a journey that you'll be like, okay, yes, now I understand.
Wow, that's you doubling down in the understanding. More and more, why I need to have me a flying calabash, not just in my house, like at the door, over my bed. Like I gotta put them all around, like it's the holy water. Like I gotta put the Holy Spirit in my house through the calabash.
Yes.
I'm loving that energy.
And anyone who has it, anyone, next day they will, when I deposit the painting there, next day they call to Talle. Whoo, thank you. And then they sometimes they send me another check. They say, hey, thank you.
Exactly. A thank you check.
Yeah.
Because it's more than now a piece of art.
It is now, because they was buying. First, I convinced them to buy that as investment.
Right.
Because I don't want to go to spiritual aspect, because they will not understand. But when they bring the painting at home, the painting itself show them different things, and then they will do.
Then they see the additional investment. I like that. My brother, I have so much admiration for you. I love you. Like I really, really love you.
No, I love you too. You know that. The first day we met, the moment we met, it's like I always tell people, man, when you see someone the first time,
right,
you never met, and that grab, that's it, right. and that's it forever.
The energy.
Because it's not money. Most of the time, that the things will devise brothers, it's money and women.
Correct.
I surpass that.
Absolutely. Same here.
I'm out.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with that world.
No.
If they want that, okay, y'all keep that. I'm gonna stay over here. Y'all can keep that.
Yeah. Because what is it? I really, don't get me wrong, I really love money, right?
Of course.
But
it's useful.
It's useful. But I want to be rich to create, not being rich to be slave.
Right.
I don't know. Be rich. It's good to have money, do whatever I want, create.
Right.
But not having money to be slave of money.
Right. You don't want the money to possess you. You
No.
possess it so you could contribute.
Because who using who? They can have $1 million here. If I didn't use it, it will spoil. So I'm the master.
Right.
I have to be over money.
Absolutely.
I command the money. What I want money to do for me.
Absolutely.
Not money want me to do what I want for him. No.
Right. I agree.
So that's why money is good for me to use him, not him using me. It's
Right.
different.
No, that's well said. I very much agree with that sentiment. I feel the same way. That it's a tool. Money's a tool.
Yes.
A tool for us to use to help. Help us along in life.
That's it.
Yeah. It's just another one of the tools.
That's it.
It's not even as powerful as the calabash.
No.
The calabash is way more powerful than that.
Because you will give me money here,
Right.
and you take canvas to go.
Right.
That canvas will stay with you. The money will finish.
Absolutely.
So
which one has more value?
And that's why a lot of people have no idea the aspect of collections. You give, that's the equity. Right. That's what you have. Right. And one day, if you don't have money, you can say, okay, you can trade that and use that money, and then somebody will keep it.
You know, that's the interesting thing. It's a conversation that needs to be had, especially in the black community.
Yeah.
Because people in the black community still look at art as decorative. They think it's something to decorate their house, and they don't understand the value, the investment that it is to be a collector.
That's what I told them. I said, and that's why when you come to my studio, I said, okay, if I know you don't have money, I take you to another artist. I say, hey, go buy here.
Right.
When you really come to me.
Right.
You know, because a lot of, like I said, a lot of black artists here, they have money, but they don't understand. And those that as trying to move forward, admire them. And I explain to them, and like I said, sometimes I go to the investment side for them to get it. So when they get there and they see other side of a spiritual, and then they come to me back. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And when I go even do for investment, they don't understand either. You can tell them, and most of the time what I use, I know the guy is in trouble, but he has contributed a lot in the black community. I don't care what anybody said, but he has elevate the black artist world, Pop Daddy. Because when he bought $21 million painting of Gary Jenkins from Chicago, done deal. So everybody begin to think, and now they come in little bit. They don't understand. If you're an NFL,
Right.
they have money, and boom, by the time they finish, money gone. They don't even have anything to back on.
Right.
So you are in prime, you have money, you have 10 talent.
Yeah.
Done deal.
No, I agree with you.
Done deal. A few years ago, if you those who has basket, what happened?
Right.
It's like it's a treasure. Unless the person want money to film, he has $20 million. He can do whatever he want, and he keep others.
Right.
He keep growing. They don't understand that.
But you see, it lacks the vision, because like you just mentioned Puff, right? But when you mention Puff, you got to mention Swiss, because Swiss is who told Puff.
Yes.
And I remember I used to follow Swiss. Like I knew Swiss from way back when he was a producer in Harlem, and I used to watch the work that he did, and how he has the eye, and share the knowledge and say, no, we need to get into the art.
Yeah.
We need to celebrate our people. We need to collect our people.
I'm telling you.
Because if we don't, who's going to do it?
And that's how they say it. It's our culture, and that's the reason why Africa is still behind. They don't, if even our dignitary, they don't value. We're trying to communicate. What happened in Africa, I understand that. Because European, they don't want them to understand the secret of artwork. So banks have no idea of why the bank should have a artwork in their collection.
Yep, absolutely.
So I go to the bank, I say, okay, what do you have like a collection? They say, well, what are you talking about collection? They don't have their own golds. They don't have nothing in gold. They don't have a silver. They don't have nothing. I said, okay, let me say today's bankruptcy. What do you have over here to exchange? Nothing.
Right. Only
machines.
Right.
What's the asset? Only machine. You're gone.
Right.
And that's why they want, when they say that the valuation of safer, we go boom, nothing. We don't have anything to say. Okay, just go machines.
Right. What do we
have?
What do we hold on to
This
for
is
posterity, for legacy?
Yes.
When things go bad and it change, what do we have to bring to the table?
We don't have it. And that's what the United States did.
Right.
We didn't back then. We didn't have anything, right? We can't compare to European.
Right.
What we decided, we said, okay, hey, Jeff Koon, De Kooning, they called all of them, create work. What they did, they all work, go to wall and show all embassy, bring back value. Boom.
They create a market and then run the circuit with the market. And now
we are
the value of the market.
Now we are the king of the market.
Right.
That's what they did.
Right.
But why not we African? We should do that now.
Absolutely.
Because now I think what we call waking conscience in Africa. I think, and we get a new youngest collectors, not collectors, the curators that, I think another thing that we don't have is sellers, those that understand, like
how
you,
to sell the market.
you get there, you say, hey, listen, man, what do? You go. I think there's things we should also, but I start doing that, but I need to have I don't have the time to do both, but I just want to be in my studio, just walk. That's what I know. But
I think we're missing, and like you and I, we have relationship, we have rapport, we have trust. I think there's not enough trust amongst the people with the resources and the money.
Yes.
And then there's not enough bridge building. You don't find like the companies coming to support the young curators, the young artists, to help them push their careers along. Because if we are to survive, we need more of that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When you look at the new statistics out, they said emerging artists are selling the most. But who is coming to help the emerging artists? Who's funding them? Who giving them the tools? Like you're here. There should be you should just be in the studio creating more flying calabashes. That's your position. That's the part of your work.
But now I have to go out, do the
promotion, the marketing, the selling, and everything.
Come back.
That's a distraction from your creativity.
I travel all the time, so I have to go. I have 3 studios, one in Togo, one here, and one in Liberia. So when I get to Togo, just start walking.
But you have 4 because you have AfriKin in Miami.
That's
the 4th one.
So you're gonna create. You're gonna have a studio there. So
exactly. We're working on that. My brother, I know I take up much of your time. It's such a joy speaking with you. First of all, it's a joy being in your spirit.
Thank you.
Being in your presence and taking in your energy, you make me a better person. And I don't say that lightly. You make me a better person. You teach me so much. Whenever I speak with you, I learn something new.
Oh, why? No,
I do. I learn something new whenever I speak to you.
Yeah.
Spirituality is something really important to me.
Yes, very, very.
I am on a journey of finding my purpose on this planet.
Yes.
Finding why I came here.
Yeah.
So I speak with brothers and sisters and elders because I'm always looking for the lesson to learn. Because there's God wants me to learn.
Yeah. So I don't think you really need that. You just sit down.
Just be quiet.
Just be quiet most of the time. Like me when I go home, when I finish eating, from 12 to 3 o'clock I'm awake. From 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I start sleeping, fall asleep 4:30, and wake up 7 or sometimes 6. It depends. If I'm gonna have to go somewhere quickly, then I wake up 6. So most of the time I have 2-3 hours sleep, less than that. But most of 12 to 3, just close my eyes and meditate.
Right.
First I think whatever I did all day, and then here, before I go, I take pictures and go home and correct what I did wrong, what I done. Next day I come back and correct. But and then start, thanking Lord for what He has done for me today, and ask Him for new things, and go. Not ask Him, thank Him for new things. I don't ask no more.
Right.
Because He really gave it to me.
It's already in order. Right.
It's in order. I just thank Him for what He has given to me. I don't. I always tell people I don't go. If I need something from the beginning, I say, oh God, I need $2. I will never ask Him $2 again.
Right.
Next day I say thank you for $2.
Yeah, you don't need to repeat it. He heard you the first time.
Yeah, he heard the first time. So next day I say thank you for it. So I want to be thank you until those $2 in my hand. That's it. I'm not going to go back and say, oh God, they gave me the. No, I don't talk too much.
Right.
Because He's a God of great.
Right.
And then I start with the water. So I shake, I say anything I want in the water, and then go back. So everything that I tell water, go back to my things. And then, water never stay in your body, right?
Right.
When it goes out. So the water go with the informations. Give all the part of my and leave.
Correct.
So I give water and information, go give. That's it.
Messenger. It delivers a message for you.
Yeah, and then I stay cool and just laughing, and just seeing what I'm doing with the $1 million I asked for to God.
I like that.
You know,
I like that.
and the scene, Alfonso nearby me, we drinking.
Hey, we drink wine. We drink wine, we drink water, and we enjoy the $1 million.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm just enjoying the $1 million. I'm not going, oh, when am I gonna get? No, I'm enjoying the $1 million that I asked because you really gave it to me.
My brother, you taught me that yesterday, and that stayed with me forever. It is truly, truly, truly a blessing, Bamazi. Like, it is, it's very few people you meet in life that's going to stay with you forever.
Indeed.
In spirit. And you, my brother, that I can say that to you. You will forever be in my spirit.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? That to me is important.
Next time we're gonna go to Togo. That's where we're gonna
absolutely
have a drink and whatever. Just that's the Togo. I want to bring in my country.
We're going to drink palm wine from a calabash in Togo.
And then take shower in this calabash.
Oh, there you go. Take outside, wash the body, cleanse from the land.
We take shower in it.
From the land. I like that.
We put that in the fire. We put it inside on the fire.
Okay.
We put this on the fire.
Okay.
But if it's empty, it will burn though.
Right.
But we cook.
We're gonna cook something.
And we give you to take shower.
I like that.
This is hope.
My brothers and sisters, this is the one and only, the Grandmaster Bamazi Talle from Togo.
Thank you.
The master of the flying calabash. My brother, it's been a joy speaking with you.
Thank you.
I can speak with you for days on end because you have so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much gratitude for you, man.
Thank you. And I thank you, all the Columbus artists, thanking you, for your time coming to see them yesterday. You have no idea what you bought them, so thank you also. Thank you. I am so grateful to have you as brother too. Thank you. And that's a journey just started. It just begun.
Yes. I enjoy speaking with your artists as well. Those artists there, that's my new family, my Columbus family. Where we sit, we broke bread, we laughed, we hugged, we drank wine, we had palm wine, we had a whole vibe here at the collective here at 700 Brighton Avenue.
Brighton Road.
700 Brighton Road. In downtown Columbus, Ohio. It's a beautiful space, it's the energy. You want to come here, come and do a studio visit, come and hang out with these artists, come and just feel the energy.
Thank you.
And come and be a part of the Flying Calabash. Let me show some people here some images of the amazing work of these Flying Calabashes so you can understand just the majestic work here of my brother, the one and only Bamazi Talle. I want you, ladies and gentlemen, just to see the details, the textures in the work. See the water in the calabash that he spoke about, the spirit. Look at that energy, look at the beauty of that work and everything that goes around. You need to get one of these in your collection, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, you want to have a flying calabash in your collection because not just that you deserve it, it is worthy. The spiritual aspect of it, the energy that it entails, that needs to be presented in your home, in your collection for posterity. It's part of your legacy, part of the energy for your home, for your family, for your well-being. And understand your ancestry, understand where you come from, to know where you're going. From Togo to the world. Remember, this is what life is about. Us connecting, joining forces, and elevating from the floor to the summit. The Flying Calabash. With love, I see you guys soon. Peace and love. AfriKin to the world.